Hello everybody, welcome to Thursday's maths lesson. As usual, I'm going to share my screen with you and talk you through today's lesson. So here are our 6 starter questions. Number 1 is asking you for 25% of 240. Remember, that's part of 240. And hopefully you'll be thinking, 25%, I know that is equivalent to 1/4. So remember that the best way of finding 25% of something is to find 1/4 of it. So there's our bar model to show that. So you just want one of these. 30 times 80, my top tip is to spot the single digit multiplication. Number 3 says 23 squared, and you might think, well, I don't know what 23 squared is, but remember it just means 23 multiplied by 23, and you know that you can use long multiplication to solve that. Number 4 is going to be a column subtraction, or you might be able to do that mentally by subtracting 400, subtracting 20, and then subtracting 8. Number 5 is definitely going to be a column addition. Be careful that you line up your columns correctly. And number 6, when we multiply by 1,000, we use our place values and the digits jump. So we're going to stop talking for a minute whilst you pause the video, and I'll go through the answers in a second. Okay, number 1, 25% of 240. Divide that by 4 and you get 60. 30 times 80, well, 3 times 8 is 24. I need to make it 10 times bigger and then 100 times bigger, so I get 240. 23 times 23 is 529. 900 subtract 428 is 8,572. And number 5, add those two numbers together and you get 153,144. When you multiply 0.02 by 1,000, you need to jump the digits 3 times and you get the answer 20. Okay, on to today's lesson. These are quite fun today. We've got some just fun puzzles for you to do. You're going to have to use your mathematical number sense, and you're going to have to use your inverse at points as well. I've got 2 to go through with you, and then you're going to do the ones on your sheet. So we've got a funny looking puzzle here. There's lots of squares and some funny shapes. So this equals 80 means that this whole row along here totals 80. So all 5 of these shapes add up to 80. This means that these 3 shapes add up to 120, and this means that these 2 shapes add up to 100. So the only one that I can work out now at the beginning is this one down here, because they're all the same. So I needed to spot the shapes where there was 3 that all were the same thing. So if I've got 3 pentagons and they all add up to 120, then I need to do 120 divided by 3, and that will get me the value of one of the pentagons. I've noticed that is 12 divided by 3, which I know is 4, so I know 120 divided by 3 must be 40. So a pentagon is worth 40. Now I know the pentagon, I know that this pentagon is worth 40, so now I can work out this part here. So it's all 5 of the shapes add up to 80, not just the 4 hearts, it includes the pentagon. So if I've got 40 on the pentagon and I want to get to 80, then I know that these 4 add up to the difference between 80 and 40. So I need to take off the 40. So I need to do 80 subtract 40, which is 40. And so I know that these 4 hearts together make 40. So if 4 hearts make 40, then I need to do 40 divided by 4, and each heart is going to be worth 10. And now I've done that, let me just rub this out for you. Now I've done that, I can do this bit down here. So my heart is worth 10, which means that this triangle, so it's triangle add 10 equals 100, isn't it? Something add 10 equals 100, goes back to our inverse. If I've got something add 10 equals 100, then I need to do 100 subtract 10 to find the value of the triangle, which is 90. Okay, yours is obviously not exactly the same as that because that would be pointless, but it's similar. So use the same skills as I've just shown you there to try and work out the one on your sheet. You've also got some puzzles that look like this, and it's exactly the same skill set that you need to use. So first of all, just going to explain, this line adds up to 22, this line adds up to 16, 23 and 40. So remember the first thing we did here was we looked for the ones that were all the same, and we need to do the same thing on this one. So these 4 stars together add up to 40. So 4 stars add up to 40, then 1 star, we need to do 40 divided by 4, 1 star must be 10. So we know that every star on this grid is worth 10. Now I need to have a look for a row. So first of all, I looked for the one that had all the same. Now I need to look for a row where I know one and then the others are all the same. So it's this row along here. So if the star equals 10, then these 3 must be whatever 6. So 10 add these 3 makes 16. So if we do 16 subtract 10, we're left with 6. So those 3 together add up to 6. So if 3 things add up to 6, then we need to do 6 divided by 3. How many 3s are there in 6? 2. And each circle is worth 2. And we can see that that makes sense because we can do 10. If we add them up, 10, 12, 14, 16. So we took away the star from 16. We were left with 6. And then we divided that by 3 to find the value of the circle. Okay, and now I've done all of that. Let me get rid of those blue marks. I now know that the circle's worth 2, so I'm going to put 2 on my circles. Oh, this is wrong. This should say 22. Now I know that all the circles are worth 2, I can work out the triangle. So I know that all these 4 together make 22. So I know that these 2 must be whatever's left over. So 10 add to these 2 together add up to 12. And then it's 12 add these 2 make 22. So I know that those 2 must be worth 10 because 12 add 10 make 22. If together they're worth 10, then each of them must be worth 5. So can you see that we're using our inverse idea, the idea of behind the inverse, in a slightly different way today. So I'm going to rub all of that out and very quickly recap what I did there. All rubbed out. So first of all, I spotted the row that had all the same. Then I spotted the row that when I knew that one, the rest were the same. Then once I knew that one and that one, I could work out the value of the triangle. Okay, so enjoy your puzzles. I think you'll enjoy today's activity. And I won't see you tomorrow actually, because tomorrow's lesson is having a go at an arithmetic test, which we will be uploaded onto the website as well. So enjoy today's lesson and enjoy tomorrow. And I'll see lots of you on Monday morning. Bye for now.